Hi guys, hope you're okay.
It should be a bit brighter in here now because I got myself a brighter bulb for up here because I've been finding it a pain when I'm recording. Obviously it's still in shadow now, but it is better than where it was. So if I tap on it, it should be a little bit brighter on my screen. When I say tap on it, it's like when I'm recording. Anywho, I've got some other lights coming that will be good for when I'm videoing to be just nicer for all of us. What am I doing today? I'd like to do a bit more on this. I enjoy painting, and this is an engine shed that needs painting. We've got these ones to do, but I'm doing kind of one thing at a time. But this isn't finished. We've still got the bits to go on the inside here and finish the roof. But I'm actually spraying some other things like a reddish bricky colour from like my other hobbies and my Warhammer things. I thought, let's do this brick stuff and everything. But before we do that, we need to finish putting this together and then we can continue. So let's do that. We've got Rocket, he's coming to say hi, his big fluffy tail. It's nice because it's going into winter here. He's getting more and more fluffy, so when he goes outside, it looks like a little owl, don't you? But yeah, he's a good boy. Yeah, let's get on with this. Yeah, Rocket. What you doing? Right. In the instructions, you get given a kind of helpful diagram of what each part is, and then instructions of lay part 1 face down and glue part 2 to part 1. So that's really helpful. So I follow that guide to stick this together. The next step for this, when looking at all the parts, is you've got what they call part 7. So you have little roof parts, like the structure of the roof, the support. So we're going to stick them in place. I think I'll just drop them in place. I've been using super glue when doing this. To be honest, I should be using a bit of wood glue because then you get a bit more drying time. So we'll drop these in. They've got nice little slots. I like these little laser cut kits because they're just fun. Obviously, it's different to Lego, but it's got that kind of feel to it, step by step, slotting things together. And I don't know, big satisfaction, really. So I'll drop these in place. I won't use any glue straight away, but basically, I'll follow the instructions and get to the point that this is together. I don't think you need a step-by-step, but if you're interested in that, I can do that for the warehouse because I've got that kit to do. It looks reasonably simple, but when you say that, it normally means more. But yeah, let me know and we'll do a bit more on the building side of things. It's good to get your feedback on this. I've put the bits together. I just want to go through a couple with you. So the little roof, so we have this bit which I guess is the venting. Just for air to come in or something like that. That sits on there. But the roof, they give you 2 of section 9, 1 of section 9 being longer than the other. So what I've done, because if that one's just it's focused up, so I use the file to clean up the side because this bit sticks over and you have a bit of a not as pretty edge. So so I filed it so that it's kind of nice. So that should be good. This kit isn't like some of the other kits where it's kind of like super high detail. So if you really wanted to, you could spend some time, make smaller brackets to hold the doors. You could make slightly nicer doors. But I think once painted up on the layout, and like we talked about before, I want to enjoy to a certain point, the train set feel. And so you stick these doors together with the little supports there. It's quite nice. So it's really simple how it all goes together. So it's got a slightly deeper slot here. So then we can drop that down here. So then we can have it closed and open, which is quite wonderful. And then I've got also the chimney pots, which go on. So that's the doors. But I don't think I'll be having them closed that often, but if I want to close them, I can. So, but if you really wanted to, you could make this a bit more detailed. And then you've got these chimneys. They're really simple. They'll go on here. But I'm going to stick them on afterwards because what I want to do is paint these up separately. So I'm going to primer this in a red colour, so then the bricks are quick to do. I'm going for the Great Western colours, I think, or I might decide to do something else because I like green as a colour. So I might paint like the doors green and the other bits. So maybe I'll just do my own little theme on this one. I can always repaint it later on if I wanted to. But I'd have a think on the colouring. I've done so much Great Western over the years, it's kind of default. So it would be good to do something different. The roof as well, the tiles, you could do if you really wanted to. Get some very, very... it's like that laser card that they like to use, and you can cut your own little tiles and stick them on. So I thought maybe later on I could do that, but for now I'll just do this. So yeah, so that's together, you know. All the other bits are for if you do the rear door. So for the rear door, I was leaving it open. It would be nice to put some doors across there maybe, but I thought I'll just leave it for now and see how it all looks. I can always add these doors later. It's just it's got the big gap at the bottom, and my track's not going to be sticking out the back, I don't think. So I went for the option to put the eye bar in here, because you can glue it either way. Add an extra bit. We've got the little beams in there like we talked about before. So yeah, nice little kit. Comfy there, mate. This is it painted up. Really happy with how it's gone. So I use an airbrush to do like the different brick colours. So I went in with various shades. Like I used some Vallejo paint, so I used Cavalry Brown, which is a nice reddy bricky colour. And then I used like dark shades, and I mixed in different colours to just really give it, you know, a few accents here and there, but danced across it. So you see like lighter bits there and there's darker bits. So when you glance at it, it looks about right. Same as the chimney pots, I made them, you know, more smoky at the top from the smoke, as you might imagine it being. And then went for a nice green on the doors. Did a bit of dry brushing on it afterwards, just in like knocking the edges of paints, well, the edges of the bricks, so then it stands out. And then I painted a few of the bricks like an orangey colour, so I mixed some orange with that Cavalry Brown. And I'd argue it came out really nicely. Really pleased, because this kit before it was painted, I thought, oh, I don't know, but actually now it fits in. So I think that this will be like the scheme, the colour scheme for the layout. So when we get to this building, I'll have to have a little think. Maybe do I paint it green, you know, and then the normal roof colour? So can you use this green? We can have that theme, almost a Southern Railway theme, right? I guess, I don't know. But that's something I like to do, because obviously there are some Southern Railway things coming out. But either way, I'm going to have some fun. Again, this has been a dilapidated building, which is being restored, so I can have a little think about how we want to do that. Same as the signal box. We can, you know, just paint it up, go from there. So yeah, I don't know what you think, but I'm really pleased with how that went. And it's quite satisfying actually when you spend some time painting something up and you look back and go, that looks all right. I guess in the future we could add some lights to it, so then things light up naturally. But it'd be nice when I've got some small little steam locos to sit inside, or we use this lovely loco just here. But I'm really happy with how this is all going. What we'll do is we'll get this, oh, he stops. There we go. Once he warms up, he's all right, but it's the points that are an issue. But I'm going to look into the points a bit more, because using like the frog, you know, boosters, there's great. But yeah, I've got some lights as well. They've turned up since I've been recording. But yeah, since I've been doing this, kind of finding that this loco, I kind of like the small locos running. So I'd like to juice the frogs, which is where we power the inside bits using the Pico points, but I don't know when I'll be doing that. But I do know I've got work to be done before that. You know, I've got to paint this water tower with shed, and then I've got these two. But I'll do whatever feels right at the time. You don't have to do these things just because they're there. You can start adding more things to layout, and I've got some ideas, so we'll see what happens. But I hope you've enjoyed watching and everything that's been up to so far. I've really enjoyed sharing this journey of the TT, and I love this 08 going around with the wagons and everything. I feel like I just need a layout of 060 locos, and that is possible. I saw Hornby have their Terriers that are going to be coming out, so I'd very much like to get one of them. I'd like to get one in the Southern colours, but it's that or the LB and SCR, I think they do, which can go with these. So we'll see. We can just keep tinkering away. I kind of see this as a heritage railway layout, so then I can have whatever I like on it, and just have some fun. And yeah, make sure you're having fun. Anyway, who of you have recently got into TT, and what questions do you have that you'd like me to maybe answer on coming episodes? Not that I'm any form of expert, but if I do know, I can then of course answer. But yeah, TT, it's a growing scale. Growing scale, it's not growing, but you know, this scale, you know, range is growing, and I'm really looking forward to, you know, the coming years for it really, so we can enjoy it more. Anyway, you take care, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye bye.